Kia ora team, my name is Carl Tiley and I am here with the great Dan, the Hangman Hooker. Wow, that's a good start. Let's have a look at UFC 277. Dan, how are you, mate? Welcome.
Good. Training hard with plenty of boys on the cards tonight, so I can definitely give you some a bit of inside information.
Yeah, nice. Right, we'll get straight into it. And I watched yours and Izzy's breakdown of the card last night, and you're both very confident on Kai, it seems.
Yep.
And Blood Diamond. We'll start with Blood Diamond. I'll throw straight to you straight away. How does he win this fight?
It's kind of up to him. I just see it as a head-to-head win, this one here. Like, they've got obviously Blood Diamond down as an underdog.
Yep.
I definitely don't think that he's going to be an underdog. You can look at his opponent, and his opponent has all of his professional wins are via either like knockout. Like, it's not a submission. He's not a ground specialist.
Yep.
He's an American based fighter and fancies himself a bit of a striker. But when you're against Blood Diamond, who we know in New Zealand is a multiple-time King of the Ring champion, world kickboxing champion, and he's had about 80 kickboxing fights. So when you're stacking that up against like a good American kickboxer and then a very good New Zealand kickboxer, they're completely different things. So I feel like this is Blood Diamond's fight. I see him getting the job done, whether that's by knockout, but I have him head to head as a big winner.
255 head to head. That is
that's good money. That's money in the bank. That
is good money. There's been a little bit made of, from what I've seen, Blood Diamond's grappling technique. Holy hecker. Something's happening here in the back. A little bit made of his grappling technique, and I saw you in particular saying he's worked pretty hard on that, and if it goes to the ground,
for sure. Like okay. in his last fight, he was obviously had his back controlled, but that in itself was against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. That was a ground specialist he was fighting against. This is not the case with his next opponent. His next opponent is not a ground specialist. He fancies himself a bit of a striker. So has Blood Diamond improved his ground game? Yes. Does this opponent have the same capabilities to find holes in Blood Diamond's ground game? No, he doesn't. Okay. He's going to stand with him. He's going to strike with him, and it's going to go bad for him.
It's not a bad way to start the card. The first fight of the day. From what I've read, his opponent not that good at defence. So potentially, is Blood Diamond on early here?
Perfect. And Blood Diamond's first fight of the night. If we can get it done with a finish, we can get it done with a finish. But head to head at 250, that's hard for me to stroll past as a bit of a betting man. So I think I'm going to have to trip and put some money on that fight, just head to head.
There you go, folks. 255 head to head, Blood Diamond. I was going to wait till the end to tease it, but I'll ask you here. Have you heard of our promotion, the Kiwi Corner promotion?
Someone did let it slide to me, and that again is a very hard. It's a hard deal to pass up. So it is. What is it again? So you go both Kiwis. You put your money on Kai. You put your money on Bloods. If you win, you win. If you lose, you get your money back.
That's correct.
That's hard to beat.
Kiwi Corner, so place a pre-match head-to-head bet on Kai Kara France or Blood Diamond, or both. And as Dan said, if your bet misses, you will get your money back.
I'm going
up
both.
To $50.
I'm going both.
Yeah, I'm going too. I'm already on. Cool. Blood Diamond is going to win.
Seal the deal. Close the book on it. It's done. Job done.
All right, easy. Let's move on to Kai.
Yep.
It's his biggest fight of his career so far.
Sure is.
And I heard you say he's grown a lot since his last fight versus Mourinho. He's perhaps fighting for a little bit more now. He's got family. Perspective might have changed. He seems very confident and has seemed very confident for a little while now. Can he take that confidence into the ring?
100%, and we've seen it in his last two performances. He's taken out Askar Askarov, who was the number one contender. He took out Cody Garbrandt, who he knocked out, one of the heaviest hitters in the division. He knocked him out. So since his fight with Brandon Mourinho, he's had a huge shift, and I would say it's not necessarily a technical improvements, but it's more of that mentality. He now believes it. He's just I see him every day, so I can tell. There's just been a huge mental shift in the guy. He's just he's just so confident in himself, and we're just seeing it. We're just seeing the results of that inside the ring now. He's looked absolutely unbeatable in his last couple of fights, and I don't see this changing. From the Kai Kara France that fought Mourinho the first time to this fight is day and night.
Yeah.
You know, Mourinho was able. Did get dropped. He did get hit with that don't blink right hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to get the job done here. Kai is a different man. He's not going to get bullied around. He's not going to get pushed around by Mourinho. I see him being the aggressor in this fight. I see him being the bully inside of the cage, and I see him doing it whether he takes him out or puts it on. Like there's some pretty good money on a knockout. So I'm getting itchy fingers trying not to click those.
I think from 750 for a knockout, straight knockout. He is 270 head to head, which he believes is a little bit disrespectful. I'm going to read you a quote here that he said in a presser a couple of days ago in Australia, I think. He said, "Man, it's kind of triggering." This is in regards to being an underdog. He said, "It's kind of triggering. It brings me back to when I was in high school getting bullied for my height. I guess getting overlooked, underestimated. But man, this kid's got a lot of fight in him, and that's what Mourinho will be seeing."
100%. Like that to me, like this is my first seeing the odds. That is a bit ludicrous to me. I see this as a very even fight. You know, Mourinho's had some pretty tough fights against Davison Figueiredo. I believe he's done 3 of them back to back against the same guy, all like 5 rounds, pushing the pace hard. That takes some wear and tear on your body. So Kai, he's been able to, get Cody Garbrandt out of there in the first round. He's been able to, pretty much essentially have a grappling match against Askar Askarov and control the striking from there. So he, in my eyes, his body is fresh. His body is new. He's ready to go. And I think this is going to be a firefight. Like, Mourinho is tough. He's got that Mexican blood. Those boys can give and take a few punches to the head. So I think this is going to be a firefight, but I think Kai is going to be definitely the fresher man on the night.
I just want to go back to something you said just before around his confidence and the way he's grown. Do you think that the CKB sort of mentality has helped that? Obviously, you've got Izzy, Volkanovski, yourself, all within the camp. It's
hard for that not to rub off on someone when two of your teammates, 2 of your close teammates, and he's been a part of those camps. He's seen the capable, and it's the top 2 inches, as they say, that separates the elites from your average Joe fighter. And he's really worked on it, and that's the improvements that he's got. That top 2 inches is firing, and it's firing good. I absolutely cannot wait to see Kai get out there and get his world title and become the 3rd UFC world champion from our gym.
Yeah, nice. I did notice in their previous fight, Mourinho seemed to target Kai's right arm with his kicking. Mm-hmm. Does that prove difficult to sort of overcome in the octagon?
It was a good adjustment. That's like a pretty standard way to shut someone down with your right hand, is to target it. But obviously that he's now targeting it with his leg, it leaves his legs a little bit more exposed. So there's obviously every action has a reaction. Yeah. And that is the benefit of being from a team like City Kickboxing and being surrounded by not only the best training partners but the smartest coaches in the world. So our coaches Eugene the Mad Saunders has obviously gone back there, and he's sat in there watching hours and hours of film, breaking down Mourinho, breaking down how the first fight went, breaking down how his opponents have adjusted since then. So Kai, I've seen it in the gym. He's been in the pads every day, working with Eugene every day, and he's made some very sharp adjustments and some very strategic improvements for this camp. So I feel like the fight IQ side is, the mentality side, the physical side. I feel like Kai has ticked all the boxes for this fight, and I'm just excited to show you. That's why I'm disrespected at. Kai's disrespected at that money. I'm disrespected as well. I'm just going to have to take that money off the TAB.
Very nice. With your training and all of you guys at CKB, what sort of level of training do you do against each other? You're obviously in a bigger weight class than.
Even if we're not, doing the hard rounds with each other, because it's a bit different being being a bit taller and being a bit shorter. Just being next to each other, like we obviously do the fitness together. Yeah. And I can tell you one thing, doing fitness next to Kai Kara France is one of the most demoralizing things you could possibly do. Doing hill sprints with Kai Kara France is absolutely shattering for my ego. I'm like running along. Next thing you hear is little footsteps coming up behind you. You look up and he's 100 meters ahead of you running up this hill. The hill's only 200 meters long and he's beaten me by 100 meters. So very depressing doing fitness. But hands down, Kai is the fittest guy I've ever been in a gym with. And that's I've been in the gyms with thousands and thousands of fighters. Without a doubt, Kai Kara France is the fittest of them all.
Wow, there you go, folks. Very fit. Right, big call time.
Big call time?
Big call time. Give me a big call for this fight.
Well, Kai Kara France is his name don't blink for a reason, so I'm going out there. I'm making that not blinking even more exciting. I'm going to put my money on a round 1 knockout by Kai Kara France.
Ooh, let me just have a look. I think $20 for that.
Ooh.
I feel like earlier in the week it was about 15s. Let me just find it here. Should have pre-prepped this. Really should have. Really should have. $15. $15. Round 1.
Well, I'll put my money on that. That's my big call. Round 1 knockout, paying $15. I definitely won't be blinking for that first round. Let's just. I wasn't going to be blinking anyway, but it's hyped up now.
I think Kai said it himself to Mourinho, "Don't blink, cuz," or something along those lines. So that is very good. Now remember, just a reminder, the Kiwi corner, back either of the Kiwi boys, Blood Diamond at 255 or Kai Kara France at 270. If they win, you win. If they lose, you get money back.
Win-win.
Up to $50. There we go. Right. I'll have a quick look at the other fights.
Yeah, sure.
The other main, co-main, Pena versus Nunes. 2.
Yeah, I obviously feel like Nunes kind of just believed her own hype leading into the first one and maybe took her opponent Pena a little bit lightly. But since then, I'm sure she's made the proper adjustments. She is, in my eyes, the best female fighter of all time. She's gone away. She's made those adjustments. You can't have a rematch with someone when they finish you. You can't obviously come back and take them easy the second time round. I'm sure like she's coming for all the chips in this fight. So I'm backing Nunes, and I'm backing Nunes by stoppage in this one.
She's $1.35 head to head. KO you can get $2.25. There you go. $2.25. So still less than a Blood Diamond win. It is. Yes. Yep. So you don't think lightning can strike twice?
I don't feel like liking it. I think people will be calling it wine mum boxing is how she took her out the first time. I don't think it's going to happen the second time. I'm going Nunes.
All right. The other one I'm interested in, Derek Lewis. He's paying $2.10 head to head. That seems, for a guy who I believe holds the most UFC knockouts in history.
He sure does.
That seems very juicy for punters.
That is juicy. That's news to me. 210. That's a bit ludicrous. You got Derek Lewis in his home state. He's a Texas boy against another striker. You know, the guy, his opponent is Russian. He was the Fight Nights champion. He came into the UFC undefeated. He was stopped by a ground and pound by Alistair Overeem. He is on a 3-fight win streak coming into this fight against Derek Lewis, but those were not elite level tier heavyweights.
Yep.
You know, this fight against Derek Lewis is a huge step up in competition, and I feel like it's just going to be a little bit too much. His opponent also is a striker, and you're going against a heavyweight striker with the most knockouts in the UFC's history. I'm going Derek Lewis in this fight, and I'm looking for him to get the finish.
Well, the bookies are very confident in just a KO in general. $1.14 for the fight to end in
That's
a
hard
KO
to pass.
or
That's
10
hard
KO.
to pass.
Lewis is $2.50 and Pavlovich $2. So
yeah, my money's on Derek Lewis, and Derek Lewis getting it by another knockout. Just add to his streak of knockouts, and most knockouts in UFC history.
Yeah, very nice. Any other nuggets of gold perhaps for the punter across the main card or the prelims that you like?
Man, there's a bunch of good fights on this. I would say, yeah, there's Pantoja versus Perez also on this, and this is kind of like a fill-in for the title. But this is a pretty close match, head-to-head. Two very even. We kind of got a grappler in Pantoja against more of a striking-based fighter in Perez. I think Perez is going to edge it with his takedown defense. He's a very strong wrestler and very heavy puncher. Perez via decision is what I would lean towards.
There you go. Perez head-to-head, 255 by decision.
270.
270.
Oh no.
No. 450.
450. Not bad. Not bad.
Dan
buddy.
Hooker very keen on all the outsiders. likes
I'll put a
to
multi
make
on.
some money.
We'll put a multi on.
Well, it's funny you say that. We've got another promo called the Mega Multi-Buster.
Well, here we go.
And if you take
quit selling, I'm sold.
four fighters across any of the main, the prelim, any of the cards, you can afford to lose by one leg, and you get your money back as a bonus bet up to $50. If you take 6 fighters, you can lose 2 legs. 8, you can lose 3.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So I know that's a
Blood
that is a
Diamond,
big one.
Kai Kara-France, Derek Lewis, Nunez, Perez. I need one more. Give me a look at the card.
All right, hang on. Here we go.
Let's get up to the mains. Ooh, that's another one. Drew Dober.
Drew Dober,
Drew Dober.
I heard you and Izzy talking about Drew Dober. You're very keen on
Yeah,
him.
he's definitely like a gamer. He's one of the most proven veterans in the lightweight division of the UFC. He has some losses in the UFC, but they're only to the elites in the division. Also a friend of mine, so don't take this.
Slept on his couch, is that right?
I sure did. Slept a few nights on his couch. Great bloke, better fighter. He had a fight of the night against Kiwis' own, New Zealand's own Brad Riddell, which they got fight of the night.
Yep.
I don't think many of the punters will forget that fight in a hurry. It was an incredible contest, back and forward. So you know from that how tough Drew Dober is to beat. So I'm going with Drew head-to-head in this one. And that's my 6th leg of the multi.
There you go.
Take it down. We'll see you at the bank.
There you go, folks. What a way to end it. We'll leave it there. Dan, thank you very much for joining us here today, previewing UFC 277. To the punters out there, good luck. Head to tab.co.nz or the app to check out all the promotions, including the Kiwi Corner one. Already a massive hit with the punters. So, again, thank you.